Hello, it is Australia Day, Throwback Thursday, January 26, 2023. Steve Sipress here on this date. Back in 1788, the British, well known to the Australians, some of the Australians at the time as the British invasion, British came and took Australia under its wing as part of their global dominance and their empire and all that stuff. And the idea was that they started that as a penal colony, similar to Alcatraz out in San Francisco here in the U.S., an island. So might as well make it a penal colony because people not easy to get off, and so to escape. And then, lo and behold, 230 whatever years later, about 3 years ago, because we also were throwing it back to, I think it's maybe 4 or 5 days from now, the very first case of the COVID-19 was reported here in the U.S. And in Australia, they famously or infamously went back to being a penal colony. And pretty much where cops were beating up and arresting people just for leaving their house, amongst all of the incredible misinformation and unscientific, anti-scientific, authoritarian, arbitrary mandates and directives and rules and all kinds of abuse going on in New Zealand and Australia and even here in the U.S., which continued for, it still continues in some areas of society long past the time when all of that misinformation got to become obvious to anyone who doesn't have their head up their butt. And you're seeing with the Twitter files and releasing of the Tony Fauci emails and the Twitter messages and all, how he practically, if you ask me, criminally, we'll see what happens. Nothing will happen, actually, but we'll see what people, if they investigate or what they call it or whatever, but his criminality in covering up for the gain-of-function research done that unleashed the virus on the world, and then, kissing up to getting big payoffs from big pharma by falsely stating that all of the treatments didn't work and all that kind of stuff. So all kinds of crap going on, but it comes to mind on Australia Day because I had a business partner at the time living in Australia that said, hey, we're back to being a penal colony again. Just like living in prison. We laugh now, but it certainly wasn't funny, was it? And of course, the fraudsters and the hucksters and all those government overreach fans want to move on, forget about it, life goes on. Give me a break. You really going to forget how they took away so many of our personal freedoms and still are to this day? We'll see. Time will tell. Anyway, that'll do it for Australia Day. Throwback Thursday, January 26th, 2023. Thanks for being here with me today, and I'll be back with you again tomorrow on Foundation Friday. Over and out. Bye-bye.